Welcome back. A lot of conservation work is being done in Africa to protect elephants and other wildlife, and a lot of that work originates right here in our area. Amy Baird is the Deputy Director of Big Life Foundation, which is based here in the Pacific Northwest. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Lacey.
Okay, so what is Big Life Foundation? Give us some background on the organization.
Thanks. Yeah, Big Life Foundation is a community-led conservation organization that works in a really special part of East Africa. The area is on the border of Kenya and Tanzania. The ecosystem is called the Greater Amboseli ecosystem. It's a really unique area because it's in the shadow of Mount Kilimanjaro, and the snows from Mount Kilimanjaro feed an aquifer and watershed that supports one of the more diverse ecosystems in all of Africa. And the organization Big Life Foundation, what we do is we work with the local community to protect those iconic species that call the area home, and partner as well to protect the habitat where those animals live.
Got it. You started 30 years ago. How has the work changed over the decades?
Big Life was started to prevent poaching. You know, elephants have always faced a lot of threats and challenges, and ivory poaching was a huge problem. So our initial rangers were very focused on anti-poaching. Since then, they've been so good at anti-poaching. You know, we haven't lost a single elephant to ivory poachers since 2018.
Oh, wow.
We haven't lost any rhinos since 2016. So poaching, while still an imminent threat and always something we have to focus on, isn't necessarily the thing that we're focused on today. And instead, we're able to challenge or look at new challenges, including habitat. We know we need to protect the space for those animals to continue to live, as well as mitigating conflicts between people and wildlife. You know, one of the things that makes Amboseli so unique is that it has more than 200,000 people that also call the area home. And the animals don't live inside the national parks. They move in and out of them. They're crossing community lands.
Wow.
They're experiencing farms and roadways and schools. So there's really a lot of challenges that presents, and one of the things that makes it so unique.
Yeah, having an elephant come in your garden is a little different than having a raccoon come in your garden, like here, right? Yeah. So you were recently in Kenya. What successes did you see there?
It's amazing to see wildlife en masse moving across the savannah and really experiencing what the success of these programs can look like over time. I've been really lucky to go a number of times over the years. Last year we had more than 200 baby elephants were born in the ecosystem, so we really see kind of the impact of these programs over time. We also had 2 baby rhinos over the last couple of years that were born, and as one of the more critically endangered species in all of Africa, that was a huge success story for us. So it's just amazing to see the animals and how they're interacting with the community, and the growth of our ranger program as well, and how it's become one of the biggest employers in the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, and you know, you mentioned one way that the organization has already evolved, kind of starting with poaching and now moving on to different challenges. What do you think the future looks like?
Future of conservation, there's no silver bullet for conservation. It really depends on the ecosystem and the animals and the community that lives there, and how to find solutions that work for everybody so both people and wildlife can thrive together. And that's really what Big Life is trying to accomplish there. We know that there are tons of challenges ahead of us, including protecting habitat. We've been able to secure more than 120,000 acres of habitat through conservation leases in partnership with the local community recently. So that gives me a lot of hope, but we're also looking at new technologies, and we added 2 new drones last year. So having eyes in the sky, particularly thermal cameras, that can identify people in the bush or injured animals that need treatment, or even to identify herds of elephants that are maybe heading right for your tomato crop.
Right.
You could send a drone unit in and it'll steer the elephants away. They don't like the sound, and it's definitely become a massive deterrent for us and a huge new tool in our toolbox.
Well, it's fascinating work that you do, and you do it right here from the Portland area. So how can people get involved?
Well, I hope that people want to learn more about conservation in general and are inspired to learn more about what Big Life does. Our website, biglife.org, is a source of information. We're about ready to release our annual impact report, which I'm happy to share. But in general, you know, I don't want to live on a planet that doesn't have elephants moving across the savannah, and I hope that the Portlanders share that feeling with me and are inspired to want to help.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming and sharing these stories. Super interesting, so really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.